are going to solve LeetCode question number 40, combination sum part 2. So in this question we have given an array and the target, and we have to find the all unique combination and where the candidate number sum to the target, and each number in the candidate may only be used once in the combination. Okay, like this we can note the same element twice for that index, for the same index that we are present. So, and the solution that we have do not contains duplicate like combinations. Like we have, if we check the combination, we have 1 2 5, and if we again there is another combination like 2, we can take 2 5 1. It's the same combination with the different positions, so we cannot take that. So what we can do in this question, we have given an array, and we need to find the unique combination. For unique we can use the hash set, and also we can check like by sorting we can check that element, that if the index is like present is same element is that we are present is not already used. Okay, so this condition we have to check. So for that we can use arrays.sort in Java to sort that array. So we have to pass our candidates, and by sorting we can get all the element in sort, and we can easily find the duplicate. And now we have to just create our list of list to store the all the outputs, all the combination. So we can write as integer, and we can use answer here. So it is same that we have solved in the combination sum part 1. So now we have our integer, so we can write as like array list. Okay, and also we have to write our array list to store the output. तो अपन इसको आउटपुट नाम से बना देंगे, लाइक न्यू एरे लिस्ट. अब अपने को क्या करना है, अब अपने को एक इंडेक्स चाहिए जो कि ट्रैवल करने के लिए काम आएगा. ठीक है, अब एक बैक ट्रैक करने के लिए फंक्शन, तो अपन यहाँ पे पास कर देते हैं कैंडिडेट्स, एक टारगेट, एक इंडेक्स और अपना आउटपुट और आंसर, और यहाँ पे आंसर को रिटर्न करा देंगे क्योंकि पास बाई वैल्यू है, तो अपडेट हो जाएंगी अपने ओरिजिनल एरे में. तो अपन एक फंक्शन बना लेते हैं बैक ट्रैक का. तो वॉइड सॉल्व, इसमें अपन पास करेंगे आवर कैंडिडेट्स एरे, सो एज नम्स, and we have to pass our target, and we have to pass our index, and we have to pass array list of integer of output, and we have to pass our list of list to store all the outputs. Name is answer. And now what we have to check, we have to check if like target is equal to 0 after adding the element. We will check like by taking the first element, like after sorting it will become 1 1 2 5 6 7 10. So we will take 1 and subtract it from our target, and our target becomes 7. Then we cannot the same element twice, then we go for the next element. Okay, then we check for another one, we can take it because this is not the same index that we are taken, so we can take that element. So we have 1 1, then we take the 2, and again after getting the values, after our target become more lesser, so we have like target is become 4, and then we take that 5. So 5 is like greater, so we have to just skip for 5, and we know that all that element we after sorting greater than 5, so we can just break it down there and check for the next element for 6. Like for after we do not check for 6, we can after breaking we just backtrack it and remove the last element of 2, and then check for the 5 and all that element further. So after target becomes 0, we can add our output in our answer. So we can use array list and we can easily pass our output. Okay, and we have to return because this is the void function. And also what we have to do, we have to check for all that elements. So we can go start with the our index to check the further element, and it will lesser than our nums dot length and increment the I. Now we will check like for the duplicacy, we can check for if nums of I is equal to nums of I minus 1, then we can skip that element. Okay, and one thing for this index, we cannot pass this I minus 1 because index is like out of bound index, so we have to pass I is greater than our index. Okay, and now we have to check for like another condition. If we are taking the element and after taking the element our target become lesser, and at that time if we taken a bigger element like 5, we have 1 1 2 and we take 5, so the sum of all the numbers of the candidates become 9 and our target is like 8, and if we subtract 8 minus 9 become minus 1. So this is like waste of taking that element, so we have to like skip that element and skip all the greater element that we have taken. Okay, so we can write one more condition. If nums of I that we are going to take is greater than our target, we just write break condition, because we know that array is short and all the element after this are greater, so we have to break this. And now what we have to do, like after checking these all condition, we have to just add the output. We have to add that element in our output, so we can write this, we can write like this. And now we used to backtrack for the another element, further elements, so we have to pass our nums and we have to pass our target, and by taking the element we have to subtract it by the from the target, and also we have to just increment the I here. Okay, we have to check the all the other elements, so we are increase the I, and after taking all the elements and we just increment our index, and for this index it will check all that elements, and then for this index and it will check for this, so recursion will do it for us. And for all the combination, our for loop is check for the unique elements combination, and by recursion we can check the combinations, and we have to pass our output and we have to pass answer. Okay, so now after getting like if the element is bigger or like something, so we have to remove it from our output by using the backtrack. So we have to remove last element, so we can write like this, we can get the size and we can remove the last element. Now just we have to run this function, let's check. Okay, the solution is like accepted. Let's submit this. Okay, 99.81% of accuracy. So using this you can solve this combination sum part 2. You can use also hash set, where you don't need to pass index I plus 1, you just increment the index and add the same condition for the duplicacy and store all the possible unique combinations in the hash set. तो अब मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में. वीडियो पसंद आई, कोर्स नहीं समझ में आया तो दोबारा वीडियो देखना और खुद ट्राई करके देखना, समझना क्या है हर एक एलिमेंट के लिए हम बाकी सारे कॉम्बिनेशन चेक कर रहे हैं, फिर फॉर लूप से हम अगला एलिमेंट इंक्रीमेंट कर दे रहे हैं, फिर रिकर्जन से सारे एलिमेंट चेक कर रहे हैं, फिर फॉर लूप से अगला एलिमेंट बढ़ा दे रहे हैं। तो ऐसे करके अपन सारे इंडेक्स के लिए चेक कर लेंगे। तो अब ठीक है, खुद ट्राई करके देखना, हो जाएगा। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, नहीं तो वीडियो लंबी हो जाएगी। और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना, वीडियो को लाइक कर देना। ठीक है, मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो।